Marvel Studios forgot to tell their VFX artists they were pushing up the release date for Avengers: Endgame. It's been more than 3 years since the MCU Infinity Saga wrapped up, with Marvel Studios now focused on building the multiverse saga. Avengers: Endgame was generally well received, as it gave a satisfying ending to Marvel Studios' decade-long storytelling while also offering great send-offs to some of the franchise's most beloved heroes, such as Iron Man and Captain America. After the cliffhanger ending of Avengers: Infinity War, fans were forced to wait for what was next for the MCU for almost a year. While Marvel Studios released Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel, both movies are prequels, which saved the resolution to Thanos' snap using the Infinity Stones for Avengers: Endgame. Disney ran a measured marketing campaign for the 2019 blockbuster, not even announcing its title until a few months before its release. Ultimately, Marvel Studios decided to push forward the release date of Avengers: Endgame a few weeks, the same way they did for Avengers: Infinity War. Several VFX artists recently talked to Gizmodo to discuss the concerning state of the industry, and one of them, named only as David, shares his experience working for Marvel Studios. He recalls how he and his colleagues found out that Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame were being released earlier than originally announced by reading an article. After confirming this was new info with his supervisor, Marvel eventually got back to them confirming they had forgotten to inform them. Read David's quote below. Marvel Studios has been in hot water for the last few weeks after VFX artists started to publicly criticize the company for creating poor working conditions. Stories about how they can be demanding and rush deliverables, forcing artists to work long hours without proper compensation, have increasingly come to light. In fact, as exciting as MCU's San Diego Comic-Con 2022 panel was, Marvel Studios' Phase 5 and Phase 6 announcements have reportedly further depressed an already burned-out VFX community. This new revelation highlights the toxic working environment that artists are subjected to when tackling an MCU project. At the very least, Marvel Studios could have informed their VFX houses that they were changing Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame's respective release dates, but they should have consulted VFX houses on whether it was even doable, given a shorter time frame to finish the blockbuster. What makes this worse is that both Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame are some of MCU's most CGI-reliant movies. Aside from the sheer amount of characters in play, both movies have several action set pieces and settings. Add to that the pressure of making sure that Thanos looks as imposing as possible. Despite being as well received as they were, no wonder they have been consistently criticized for unpolished visuals. Considering what went down behind the scenes, the public can't really blame those issues on VFX artists. They did the best they could have, given the circumstances. With a much more fast-paced multiverse saga that will be capped off by 2 Avengers films releasing in 2025, it will be interesting to see if Marvel Studios will be more considerate of their VFX artists, now that all of these issues have been brought out in the open. Source: Gizmodo. Key release dates: Black Panther: Wakanda Forever release date, the 11th of November 2022. Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania release date, the 17th of February 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 release date, the 5th of May 2023. The Marvels, Captain Marvel 2 release date, the 28th of July 2023. Captain America, New World Order release date, the 3rd of May 2024. Marvel's Thunderbolts release date, the 26th of July 2024. Marvel's Fantastic Four release date, the 14th of February 2025. Avengers, The Kong Dynasty release date, the 2nd of May 2025. Avengers, Secret Wars release date, the 1st of May 2026.
My heart returns to you.